say to a person next to you, moi. Wonderful. Nice to meet you all. I'm so happy and delighted to be here. And I love to look at each and every one of you and see your interest in Finnish education and in interest of learning more how we could perhaps collaborate and what we actually do in Finland. I'm so happy to be here, and I will present to you today a bit from our approach. I will also ask from you that you would consider what I have been speaking, and perhaps a little bit discussion with the person next to you also follows. Is that okay for you? Okay, so we would start by looking at the picture there. There is 26 different skills. Skills of well-being, skills of future, skills that really lay the foundation in our children and youth, in us as adults. And we believe that without these skills, we can't survive in this planet. Now I would like to start with you with an exercise. Please pick one of these skills that are also called character strengths. Pick one of the skills and strengths that really define you as a person. Are you kind? Do you have a lot of courage? Are you the person who always wants to learn new things? Pick one and then take the person next to you like I'm doing here. You can look at me now. I would be doing like this. Hello, my name is Kaisa, and I have a lot of compassion. Nice to meet you. And then it would be your turn to introduce yourself by your name and by explaining what is the greatest strength inside of you to the person next to you. Please, go forward.
Each of them has this sticker. You can tell them to make use of the sticker.
Yeah. The skills are also presented in the stickers. Yeah, they say that they have them there, so one of each, and they would pass it along. So if you would ask if they have them.
Okay.
So they said I brought them yesterday. So we
just want to pass it
yeah,
to
just
show.
just to show.
Okay.
On. Yeah. If you are ready, raise your thumbs up. Wonderful. How did it go? For me, it seems to be really easy for you. But the next task is this. Think about what is going to happen today. Where are you? With whom? And then select one or two skills from that skill set and explain to the person next to you what is the skill or the skills you mostly need today in this seminar in order to be successful for you. So what skills do you need today in order this event to be successful for you? And then explain it to the person next to you. For example, I would need a lot of courage in order to explain you Finnish education, and I would need a lot of curiosity in order to learn to know all of you. So Ken, what do you need mostly today?
Perseverance and honesty.
Wonderful. Actually, they have the book, the
Yes, that's the set. Maybe you ask them to circulate later.
Yes. Good.
That was our set yesterday.
Yeah,
She left
it is.
that,
Yeah. So I have over. So would you be
Take your
mindful
time.
about the time for me? Because
Okay.
when I start preaching, so time flies. So I started at 10 o'clock, 5 past or something. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I hope, as a speaker here in front of you, that I could reflect in your eyes a lot of love of learning and a lot of kindness towards me, that by your kindness, seeing it in your eyes, I would have the courage to tell you everything I need to do. And I would love to see in your eyes love of learning for new things from my approach. Is it okay? Wonderful. So, my name is Kaisa, and I come from Finland. I have background of 20 years in education. I started my career as a class teacher. I studied in the University of Helsinki to become a teacher. It was the greatest thing in life I had. But all the time inside of me, I had this feeling that I want to do something more. And because one of my greatest strengths is compassion, I felt all the time that I really want to commit my life in helping those children that come from the background of many, perhaps, problems and things that are not going well. I got into University of Helsinki the second time, and I became a special needs teacher. I was teaching mainly boys in Finland who had severe problems in behavior, in regulating their emotions. They had so many problems, and quite many adults had been only looking at the problems. But if we look only at the problems in children, we find more problems. And we wanted to do something differently with this person called Lotta. And we started together with Lotta to focus on the positives and to bring the knowledge of positive psychology into the field of education. And here we are, 6 years later, in Thailand, talking to you about positive psychology and positive learning. I would love to hear from you after this seminar if you feel that you want to learn more or you want to collaborate with us, so please stay in touch. Our approach is called See the Good in Every Student. What we want to promote in the world is that each and every child would have opportunity to excel in school, to feel competent, to feel that I can do things, no matter the problems I have had, but I can feel competent about myself. I will now shortly pass on books and cards which are over there, so you are able to look at what we have been doing in Finland in terms of positive learning. We have wrote a lot of books and cards for you to learn from our approach. And if you are interested later on, you can buy these books and cards later from our website. Anyway, a bit about Finnish education. How many of you have been in Finland before? One person. How many of you would like to come to Finland? Wonderful. So, as you may know, we have done something really well in Finland because we have been quite successful the recent years. I believe that if you want to learn from us, the best way is to come to these kind of seminars or perhaps later come to Finland. So what we do in Finland, we want greatly in schools not only to train the minds, the cognitive skills of the students, but instead we want to educate the whole child. We want to educate the whole child, and we greatly promote well-being in our schools every day. So the Finnish approach and the secret behind the Finnish success would be in our values in education. We don't prepare our students for assessments. We don't prepare our students for PISA assessments. We want to go beyond that. We want that in future, our children, our youth, feel good about themselves, have mental health, and with that also good learning results. So everything that we do in schools is targeted to the whole child approach, and we want to emphasize the well-being. Like you would see in this slide, we want to respect the nature of the child. Did you know that in Finnish schools, we go out and play every 45 minutes? First we come in, then we study, but we don't study like this. The children are not sitting silent and listening to the teacher pouring in information. Rather, we play, we talk a lot. We want that our children will have good interaction skills. We work a lot in groups, and we want to promote in children that they can think themselves. The knowledge isn't in me as teacher. The knowledge is shared with the students. And we want to promote all the time the critical thinking in our students. And after 45 minutes, we go out and we play, we exercise, we run, we have fun. Because we believe that with that comes better learning. Our school days are the shortest one in the world. Did you know that? Perhaps only 4 hours. And just little homework. It's amazing how good learning results comes when you don't have that long school days or that much homework. So basically, our approach is not to stress out our students, rather leave after school time for play, for hobbies, to be with your friends. So that is something that I'm really proud of in Finnish schools. How many of you believe that play enhances learning? Wonderful. It's really something that we believe as well in Finland. Okay, and the second part I would like to emphasize about the miracles and the secrets behind Finnish education is highly motivated and competent teachers. Did you know that to become a teacher is one of the most wanted job in Finland? So if, for example, you want to become a teacher and to study in our university of Helsinki, only 10% of the candidates get in. So the candidates that are in the university and study to become teacher, they're highly motivated. And our teachers get 5 years of studying at the university. So they get master's degree. So the secret behind Finnish education is highly competent and motivated teachers, those teachers that can think for themselves. And do you know what? When I'm a teacher in Finland, nobody comes to assess my skills. Nobody comes to look what I'm doing. I have autonomy. I have autonomy, and my principal trust in me. And we do a lot of group work with teachers, but we have great autonomy. And we know that it's a secret behind motivation, that you are trusted. Your principal, the government trusts in you and believes in you, and you as a teacher can bring forth new ideas. You can bring forth your own creativity and do new things with the students. And I think that is something that is really great in Finland, that we have great autonomy in schools. And the third thing, and maybe the most important, why I want to be here today, is that Finnish teacher training places a special emphasis on the pedagogy. Now ask the person next to you, what does pedagogy actually mean? What is pedagogy and how does it show here in Thailand? Talk about little about the pedagogy and what does that mean in your own opinion? No niin kiva, mitä on pedagogiikkaa? Yeah, no, false answer. Yeah, yes, yes, that's true. Mä luulen niin. Ehkä, joo, sä varmaan tiesit kyllä aika paljon myös.
No,
Keikoilemaan. Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. I will send one to you. Yes. Thank you so much. Having been a teacher for 20 years, I have realized it doesn't matter what I teach. What matters is how I teach it. The pedagogy lies in the heart of the teacher and the way the teacher interacts with the students. How and what kind of emotions is there in the classroom? We know that if we want to have better academic results, the most important thing is what kind of emotions are present in the classroom. How am I as a teacher coming to the classroom and showing my student that I appreciate them? I love what I'm doing and I'm competent, I feel that I can do this. The students don't maybe remember what you have taught, but they never forget how they felt with you, what kind of feelings they had when you were present. So pedagogy is not one-size-fits-all solution. It's about you as teacher, the whole person in you that comes into the classroom and promotes these positive emotions, this good atmosphere, a teacher that can promote these positive feelings in each and every student. And now I would like to talk about how we do it. So Positive Learning, where I come from, is a startup company from Finland that want to promote happiness in children globally and better learning. But all the time, what we do, what we are really proud of, is that we study everything we do at the University of Helsinki. And we have found it out that there is great impact in both student well-being and in academic results when we start from well-being and positivity. And we believe that happy kids learn best. Who of you agree with me? If you agree with me so far, so you can raise your thumb. Thanks a lot. So far, what we have done in Finland and in other countries, we have been training teachers in 17 countries. We have been writing books and cards for teachers, and they are sold over 40,000 copies. And now in 5 languages, also in Thai next year. Our books are translated into English, Chinese, Swedish, and soon also in Thai. And 2 years ago, there was an amazing opportunity for our company. We participated in this Finnish competition that was seeking out solutions in order to find the potential in each and every citizen. And then we created this solution called positive learning. And we won the competition, and I actually met the president of Finland. He gave me the present. And we won this money prize, €500,000. And with that money, we started to build technology and to train teachers globally to be aware of positive learning. We want to promote the knowledge that there is so many beautiful qualities in each and every student, and it is teachers' duty to find out the good in each and every student and to start from that. Here you may see a few pictures about our students. The first picture on the left is about this girl. This school's approach was that each and every student would first find their true strengths, and then they would take a picture in front of these wings of dreams, and they would put the words of their strengths above their head, and then they would explain that at the moment, I'm 5th grader, I have found it that besides of being good in math and science, I have a lot of creativity, love of learning, love, excitement inside of me. That I would understand that I have many good qualities in me and I can pursue my dreams. We believe in Finland and globally that if we want this planet to be saved, if we want that in future our children and youth are competent to go to the future job markets, something needs to be done differently early on. And our approach in positive learning is not only to teach math, science, literature, and others, but also every day in schools to promote these future skills that are stated here by the World Economic Forum as well. So we believe that if you want your society to be successful in future, you have to more and more put emphasis on these skills of future, like problem solving, critical thinking, compassion, teamwork, perseverance, self-control, creativity, people management, negotiation skills, cognitive flexibility, and this kind of skills. And also to measure these skills in order to find out the impact of teaching these skills and what happens in your students. If you can see what I have, it's quite small, but if you can see what I have there, so stop and have 2 minutes of discussion with the person next to you. How do you feel about these future skills? And are they currently emphasized in Thai schools? And if not, should them be? Yes. 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 I will go there a little bit later. Yeah. When I explain more about the approach, so I will. And if I forget, so please remind me. I would also, I could talk about now. It's a good place. Hi, Bowie. No. Yeah, no, this is the picture you can use. Yeah. Too bad it's so small, they maybe can't see it. Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah. Really? Okay. What I see in you when I look at you, I see a lot of skills of teamwork. When I'm listening to you, when you are talking to the person next to you, I see and I hear a lot of social skills and love of learning. Thank you so much. And by the way, these skills of future that positive learning also wants to promote, they don't have to be taught as separate subject. As like, first we have math, and then we have creativity, and then we have perhaps sports, and then we have lessons of perseverance. No! These skills should be blended in each and every occasion we interact with students. So when I'm, for example, teaching math, I'm promoting creativity, I'm promoting problem-solving skills, I'm promoting teamwork in the ways we interact in the classroom. So all of the future skills, the skills that we want to promote greatly, are all the time present. So it's not like, oh my God, do I have to teach social skills? When do I have time to teach these teamwork skills? No, relax. It's about the pedagogy. It's about the way you design the lessons. It's all the time in the interaction, the way you promote the thinking in students. So in any way we want to this approach to be understood is not to have separate subjects, but to promote these skills all the time in schools every day. Yesterday, I was visiting our pilot school here in Bangkok, which is called SATIT PIM. Was it right? Demonstration school. There is people from SATIT PIM. And I was listening and so amazed what the teachers have done. So basically, we have given the opportunity for the teachers in this school to use our platform, which is in beta stage now. So in our platform, teachers can easily teach, for example, creativity. So you would be able to teach about creativity to your class, but at the same time, you might teach English. So those teachers in SATIT PIM demonstration school, they have, for the past 4 months, been integrated these future skills in normal schooling. When they teach English, they promote as well creativity, social skills, and others. And what I learned yesterday, that this approach really motivates the students, they motivate the teachers themselves, and they feel positivity all the time when they are doing so. So I would be later explaining a little bit more what we have here in our platform. But basically, what I want to emphasize here for you, our dear guests today, is that all these future skills, skills of today, are blended with the subject teaching. So whenever I would start my lesson, like I started with you today, what was the goal for us? What did I want to see in you? Can somebody raise hand and speak out loud? What did I want to see in you? What did I say? So when I started today this presentation, I picked 2 of the skills. And I said that I want to see these in you. I set a goal for these future skills. What was the skill I wanted to see in you? Sorry? Love of learning. And I have seen that greatly. So I'm teaching a subject, but at the same time, I set a goal for these future skills. And I wanted to see love of learning as well as curiosity and kindness. And as a teacher here in front of you, I have seen that. And I have tried to promote your knowledge of these skills by giving you positive feedback. By the way, you look really kind to me. Thank you. Anyway, let's go forward. What happens in this picture? This picture comes from the history, thousands, tens thousands of years ago. Why I want to show this picture to you, my dear guests today, is because we as humans, we haven't changed that much from that occasion. We have the same brains. We have the same needs. The need to belong. The need to be in a group. We as human beings, we have old brains. And we have the same needs that these people in the history. And what we need mostly is the skills to be in a group, to work in a group, to study in a group, and to live in a group. What has happened in the society nowadays is that people feel more and more isolated. Loneliness is poison, but today we feel more and more lonely. What our children are doing, our youth, they are looking at the mobiles. They go home, they look at the mobiles, they work lonely with the mobiles in their rooms. They don't have that much interaction anymore. And what happens if I don't have this kind of interaction, this like social interaction every day? I don't learn these skills. But what we mostly need in the society today are the skills of being a person who have kindness, compassion, who can solve problems in group, who can learn in group. And this is something that we want to let you know, that no matter what happens in the future, no matter the technology, the computers that are coming and replacing the things that we are currently doing, what we have to do is teach the skills that the machines can't do, skills that were present in that occasion thousands of years ago. Are you following me? The technology is on rise. We have artificial intelligence. We have more mobiles. We have more technology that is taking away a lot of work and the current occupations. So why we don't put more emphasis in those skills that machines can't do? Machines don't have compassion. Machines can't have kindness. They don't have that much creativity. So that's why we want to put more emphasis in those skills that never are taken away from human beings. So, about a little bit more. What I'm talking about here today, I'm talking about social and emotional skills. They are the key human capabilities. And these skills really allow us as individuals to manage our emotions, to work in groups, and to achieve our goals. And why is that? Because they lay the foundation of our well-being and also the success of every adult and child. And they are greatly needed not only today, but in the future, for our societies and economies to grow. And also, I know that you are really interested that your students do well in academics, right? But can't they do well in academics if they don't have self-control? If they can't persevere in the face of adversity, how do you pronounce that? In adversity, I'm sorry. And we have found from science and from studying these skills that actually self-control and perseverance predict more academic results, better academic results than intelligence. Think about that. Okay. Are you following me? Look at the partner next to you. Is he awake? She awake still? Good. Okay, so happy children learn best and well-being promotes learning. And about the thing that we have now created in Finland and what we study is this positive learning. It doesn't mean that you have to all the time be like this, really happy and everything is going well, but it means that you value in interaction the child, the young person, and you value the interaction, and you have this kind of like positive atmosphere there as a foundation. So we have created for you this 5-finger roadmap in order to implement our ideas in pedagogy every day. So first, let's start by thumb. So look the person next to you and give the person next to you one compliment, one positive feedback about today. How he has concentrated, does he have really nice outfit, a good smile, beautiful face, something that you really admire. Please, give a compliment, positive feedback for the person next to you. What I see now when I'm looking at you, I see a lot of smiles. I see a lot of positive emotions. So do you know what happened? This is what we call in science of positivity, micro moments of love. So you don't perhaps need even say anything, just look and have appreciation in the way you look at the person. And you can like promote the micro moments in love in the interaction. So mostly what happens in classrooms is that each and every child needs to feel that I'm competent, I can succeed in school. And please, you as teachers, as parents, don't only look at the deficits in children, what they didn't do. Please take a look and see the good, the small things that happen, the small miracles, and talk about them. Not all the time, but please remember that each and every child needs to have 3 to 5 more positive feedback towards 1 negative feedback or constructive feedback. And we as adults, we need also positive feedback. Daily basis, we need to hear that people appreciate us, that people have seen that we have promoted common good. So when you give positive feedback as a teacher, it means that you care. My teacher cares about me. Perhaps he didn't say anything, but I saw in his eyes that he cares about me. I'm not invisible. I'm visible in this classroom. I want to come tomorrow because I'm cared for. And we believe in Finland that caring is the most important. So every lesson starts by caring and seeing the good in each and every student. Okay, the next step would be you as teacher, as parent, as principal, taking in account how you speak and what kind of language are you using. In Finland, where we have studied positive learning, so what we have done, we have posters for teachers. In every classroom we have poster where these words are visible. If you see these words every day, it's easier to give feedback of usage of these skills when you have the language in front of you. Are you following me? So it's much easier to pay attention of the good things that is happening when you have the words inside of you, in front of you all the time. So the next step is use strengths language. Today we are studying math, but at the same time I want to see you using creativity and perseverance. And me as a teacher, I would go like this. Do you know what? I have seen how you have worked. You have put a lot of time and effort on your math. And this is, by the way, perseverance. When I touch the student, I give this feedback and I put emphasis on what you have done, what skills you have used. I'm not judging you as a person. I'm talking about the skills you have used, and I'm promoting growth mindset in you. Okay, in this math lesson, the teacher saw that I did pursue, no matter what happens, and I did use my perseverance. And bit by bit, when I, as a teacher, I'm using this rich language of the skills that the students are using, they start to hear more and more, oh, this was self-control. Or maybe tomorrow, when I struggle, I remember that I once succeeded in self-control. And I'm able to use this skill more and more. So what we teach in Finland and in positive learning is for teachers about the pedagogy, how to use this language and how to give feedback in seeing the skills being used. By the way, great self-control. You have been looking with open eyes to my presentation, 40 minutes, I've seen that. I know that you will succeed in future with the help of your self-control. Well done. So this is the way we want to promote in teachers the knowledge of the power of words, the power of the language we use. I'm not judging you as a person. I'm seeing the skills you are using. And also, I might have a class that don't pay attention at all. They're not listening at all, like I had many years students that didn't listen at all. Then I ask from my students, what skill are we lacking? I can't teach you, nobody listens. You fight, you swear, you run away. Something needs to be differently. I'm not looking all the time what is the problem. I'm asking, what is the skill that we need now? And then we perhaps learn that mostly in order for us to start even studying, we need more and more self-control. And every day when my students come to classroom, I have a card in my hand that has the word self-control. And this is the goal for our behavior. I'm teaching math, but all the time I'm promoting in you self-control. You don't know how to do it because it's a skill that is really hard to understand. Maybe you don't even understand the concept of self-control. But when I'm saying, now you're concentrating, that is self-control. Wonderful, let's continue. The more I use the words, the more you learn that this is actually self-control in me. And we are step by step going towards the goals of having more self-control. And the children feel really good when they can, in small baby steps, learn the new skill. And then we cherish. We talk about it to the parents. We cherish it together. So it's also like understanding that if we have some kind of problem, what skill is lacking? So that skill needs to be taught. All right. Are you still following me? And now we have the third step. So ask the person next to you, what might this mean? What might Kaisa mean about usage of strengths? What does this actually mean? What do you think? Okay, maybe it's better that we exercise a bit. So, the next thing is an exercise where you have to stand up, not yet, listen carefully. You have to stand up and then you have to walk a bit and find two people to meet with. Not only say that, hi, I'm Kaisa and I have compassion, but to explain in short how I use the strength of compassion in my daily life. Perhaps I would stand up. I have selected, okay, I know that I have compassion and I have a lot of love of learning. I need to find two persons. With the first person, I'm talking about the usage of compassion, and with the next person, I would be talking about the usage of my love of learning. Hello. My strength is compassion, but actually, recently in my work, I have been looking at the students who struggle a lot. My compassion shows in the way I interact. I support them. I want them to feel that I understand that they struggle. I'm there for you, and I'm every day feeling your sorrow, but I want to be there for you and help you. How about you? Okay, now the exercise starts. Pick two of your strengths. Stand up and go and find two different persons and explain how you use your strengths in your daily life. You have 3 minutes time, two different persons. You have to change the pair now. You have to change the pair now. One more. Express your understanding of your strengths and explain how you have used it. No, they are not. You have to change the pair now. love your outfit. It looks so beautiful. So, oh, no worries. Yeah. Oh, how did you manage to
It's
do it?
finished. Yeah, so Kim can
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
on
Yeah.
time.
Your computer is in my room,
Yeah.
so I will then pick it up for you. Yeah. And now the time has ended. Please come back to your seats. And please come back to your seats. And one question. Did you find something interesting in the person and in his or her story that was told to you? Did you find something interesting? Did you learn something new about the person you were talking to? Yes, of course. Yeah. By the way, once again, we set 2 goals for this seminar. And once again, standing here, I feel competent because you are using all the time the skill of kindness when you look towards me and smile a bit. Someone smiles more even. And I have seen a lot of love of learning in the way you listen, in the way you write, in the way you look at me and interact with other people. This is really love of learning. Thank you. So the third thing was in our positive method to give for the students themselves first the understanding that they have various skills in themselves, but the next step is to promote the usage of their strengths in school and outside school. When I'm able to do what I'm best at, I'm motivated, I can pursue in the face of hard times. I can reach my goals when I'm able to use my strengths. And there is a lot of data and science backing up this approach. I myself, I'm finishing my PhD studies, and the greatest finding that we found in the second paper we publish next year is that not only knowing your strengths, rather using them is directly linked to your happiness and better learning in school. We had the picture about the ancient people together in this group years, tens of years ago. And what I meant by that picture was that we as human beings are greatly in need of one another. If we want to survive in this planet and to solve the problems we currently have, there is no other solution than teaching the skills of how to interact, work, learn, play with group of people, with people that I don't even know that are weird to me, that I can work in different groups. In schools, don't just let your children listen silent, alone. Let them play, let them work in pairs, in groups. Every day, let them train social skills, no matter what. Because that is the reason that the human beings, we together can survive in future. So every day, promote social and emotional skills in many ways. Let your students solve problems together, work in different groups, and do everything that promotes the social skills set. And the last part, I have only a few minutes left, is what I started by. Please, you as educator, you as teacher, walk the talk. Be as an example show kindness, show compassion, show perseverance. Be aware the way you speak about other people. Be aware what you do actually, because the students all the time are looking at you. If you speak differently than you act, it's false. Be an example by yourself. Be aware that the students don't forget your words. If you are a teacher who is a bit evil, who says a lot of negative things, that will be something that the students will carry on the rest of their lives. And they feel that I'm not good enough. There was this teacher who all the time saw only the bad things in me. Even he did talk about the bad things in me in front of other students. And that feels so bad. Maybe the student don't show it in front of you, but there is a wound here that will follow the rest of his life. So be aware, the words you use, the way you are giving feedback, it creates memories and it affects greatly what the student is believing about himself or herself. And don't forget that people forget what you said, but they don't ever forget how you made them feel about themselves. So, if you want to implement positive method in your own work, in your own school, in the whole society, so first, show me a thumbs up. Remember, micro moments of love, small interactions, small moments of feedback, just by looking at, like you're looking at me at the moment. Use the language. The words are so powerful. The more you use positive words in your classroom, the more the students themselves are able to understand and learn. Teach how to use these skills of future. Teach, be an example. Promote all the time belonging. We all need to belong. It's our greatest need to belong in our own group. Don't leave any child behind. Don't let anyone to be bullied. Don't let anyone to feel that I can't come to school. I'm a bad person. No, you are not. I'm helping you. And promote every day the inclusion. At every student feel that I'm part of this group. And without me, this group is not anything. And the fifth, be an example. Lead your group being an example. This picture comes from Chiang Mai. We are, at the moment, as we speak, piloting in school called Tongkla. For 2 years, we are trained the whole school. We started by training a group of teachers in Tongkla school in order for them to understand about positive learning and Finnish pedagogy. We go to Tongkla school 4 times a year to train the staff, but also they learn about positive things, positive method by our online training. They use our materials in kindergarten, in everyday schooling. They use books and cards, but also they use our digital platform. And we learn from them, like we learn from the teachers in Satit PIM in Bangkok. So we are now co-creating our solution called Positive Learning, digital solution, to be better to fit your needs in Thailand, because we don't know everything. You know better what you need in Thailand in order to have better education, quality education. But we want to help you. So if here in this audience, there are people from schools that are interested in piloting our solution, in co-creating it, please contact me, because we are searching for all the time schools that have some problems that we can help with our solution. This is my colleague Lotta. I wouldn't be standing here in front of you, lovely audience, without having this person in my life. Professor Lotta was the person who encouraged me greatly to pursue my dreams, to pursue this kind of mission in life that each and every child globally would have happiness and success in school. And Lotta says hello to you. And currently, we are building digital solution. It will be ready next year. In August, your teachers would be able to learn from positive method by using our platform. We are building an online training for teachers so that they can learn and be certified as positive teachers and have certification by our company. And also in future, first next year, this is ready for elementary schools teachers. So teachers can teach all of these future skills, character strengths, 26 skills. There are exercises, homeworks, theory, videos, everything you need in order to teach these skills. And later on, what I'm really proud of, next August, we roll out new kind of way to see the good in students. So teachers are able to see skills being used, and students themselves have individual accounts where all the data is gathered. So in future, we want to change the education system that you are able to assess soft skills as well. And everyone can feel that I have succeeded in school. So we are seeing the good in students. We provide you with digital tools to do it. So you can follow the progress in these skills and you can take pictures, and ultimately in future, this is my greatest dream. While working with the special needs students, we didn't have any kind of tool to assess actually the good things they did in school. But in future, my company is bringing for global markets this assessment of social and emotional skills, soft skills, that your students would have this kind of strengths portfolio. When they graduate from school, they don't only know that they are good in science and math, but also when they apply for work, they can look at the strengths portfolio and explain, by the way, you should hire me. I have learned in school, I have a lot of perseverance, and here are all the signs of my perseverance. I have done this and that. And by the way, you should hire me because I can solve problems together in team. And there is evidence of that. And by the way, my teacher has given me this kind of positive feedback that I'm a person who can have kindness in different situations with new people. Isn't this amazing? Somebody said yes, one person said yes. Lovely. So, the ways to participate, if you're interested in positive learning, you want to collaborate with us, please go to our website, sign to our newsletter, sign to our beta testing group, contact us. You can ask us to come to train your teachers. You can come to Finland, to our teacher academy. You can participate in our online training. It's not ready yet. It will be ready by August. And please don't hesitate to contact me, Kaisa, with the hat in my head there, or my dearest colleague Lotta. And don't hesitate to ask if any questions prompt after this training I've been given to you. And mostly remember, no matter what happens, every child needs to feel that I'm good. I'm not labeled as bad child, as child with problems. Rather, I'm a child of many skills. We have to look at the whole person, assess social and emotional skills in order for us to prepare our students for future and for life. Thank you.
เราจะพักเบรก Thank you very much Mr. Kenang or Kimo, would you like to add a few words before we break and then come back for Q&A and after action review? Please.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us here, and thank you, Kaisa, for an excellent presentation from a true professional educator. It was a real pleasure. I think my only addition to all this is what I would like to say to all you as an encouragement is that we are talking about the excellent, fantastic education of Finland, but the education in Finland has not always been excellent. When I went to school, and that was a long time ago, I started to go to school 1969, and my memories from school are that it was absolutely horrible, it was boring. I was sitting in a classroom listening to a teacher talk to me about subjects that I already knew or I was not interested about. So the change doesn't happen like this. It takes time, and Thailand definitely needs to change. Don't expect it to change overnight, but work towards the goal and you will get there. The good thing is that we have done all the mistakes already. Well, actually, we've not done all the mistakes, but we've done a lot of the mistakes. So you don't need to do the same mistakes. You can do new mistakes. That's much more fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimmo. And I would like to add one comment. What I just presented to you, it's not difficult. It's actually really simple. But you just have to train your teachers and their mindsets, bit by bit. But it's not hard. But you have to start from somewhere and make your teachers see that when I change something, it impacts this and that. Right? Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Professor Vinchan and Ms. Tanisa. My name is Ken. I'm representing University of Helsinki. I'm not going to give a speech. I just want to highlight one point. In the university, we have a faculty of educational science, and in this faculty, we have a research group that focuses on playful learning. We are actually researching into how playful learning can help young children to develop pedagogical skills from young, learning skills from young. So Kaisa has been mentioning play and learn is not just play and forget about learning. So we do very deep research in that area. We also have another focus research group that look into learning, culture, and interventions. In the faculty, we believe that there is no education system that can be replicated into another country, culture, or education system. Okay, it has to be kind of blended. It has to be understanding of different culture, different environment, different resources that you have. So our faculty has also a very strong team in understanding teacher training, in understanding principal training, and even administration training. Okay, so if you are keen to understand more about us, please Google University of Helsinki. We are the I would say top 0.3% research-based university in the world. Okay, in terms of educational science, we are the top in Europe. Okay, with that, I thank you.
Thank you, Ken. And I promise only short 2 comments. I'm working currently greatly in Thailand with my team. And next year, we want to roll out more and more information and trainings in Thailand in order to help you, in order to collaborate. We feel that there is great opportunity in this. And I have a person who is in my company. So, Bowie, would you like to talk in Thai, in short, what would happen if people are interested and how they can contact us?
ค่ะก็สำหรับในประเทศไทยนะคะโบก็เป็นตัวแทนของ Positive ที่จะมาจัดเซ็นเตอร์เทรนคุณครูในประเทศเพราะว่าโบอยากให้ประเทศเราได้มีการพัฒนาระบบการศึกษาโดยการเนี่ยค่ะเอาจาก the best มาแล้วก็เราก็ช่วยกันคนละไม้คนละมือนะคะเพื่อที่จะทำให้เราสามารถยกระดับการศึกษาแล้วก็เปลี่ยนแปลงประเทศเราได้ค่ะ แล้วก็ถ้าใครสนใจนะคะตอนนี้เราก็มีpilot หาโรงเรียนหรือว่าคนที่เราจะสามารถร่วมมือที่จะทำ R&D ก่อนที่ Product เราจะเสร็จตอนนี้เนี่ยคือทุกอย่างเป็นภาษาอังกฤษแต่ในอนาคตเราจะแปลทุกอย่างเป็นภาษาไทยนะคะแล้วก็ปรับให้เข้ากับวัฒนธรรมไทยด้วยแล้วก็เพราะว่าวัฒนธรรมเราก็มีหลาย ๆ อย่างที่เราไม่สามารถจะเอาของเขามาได้ 100% เราสามารถ add values ไทยความนอบน้อมอารีความเคารพผู้ใหญ่อะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะเราก็จะแอดเข้าไปด้วยกับ positive CV แล้วก็ถ้าเกิดว่าใครสนใจในเฟส R&D ของเราอยากจะช่วยเราพัฒนา Product นะคะสามารถติดต่อโบได้แล้วก็ในสิงหาคมปีหน้าเราก็จะเริ่มมีเทรนนิ่งกันอย่างจริงจังแล้วก็สามารถติดต่อโบได้เหมือนกันค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Last thing by me, before I let you go out. First, I did succeed in XYZ, and you did succeed in XYZ. So before you leave, express your thoughts about where did you succeed while listening to me, pick one skill, and then the person next to you, by the way, wonderful job, great self-control, I loved it. And then you are free from me.
เราพักกัน15 นาทีดีไหมครับนะครับแล้วเดี๋ยวกลับมาขอให้ตรงเวลานะครับเวลาเป็นเงินเป็นทองเนาะนะเพราะเราจะได้ถามจะได้เวลาเป็นความสุข ไปเข้าห้องน้ำไปเบรกก็มีความสุขนะครับแต่ว่าจะได้ทั้งความสุขแล้วก็ได้ทั้งอะไรปัญญานะครับตอนได้เข้ามาถามแล้วก็ AAR อย่าลืมนะฮะถ้า AAR Express ออกมาทางทีมของกสศจะแคปเจอร์สิ่งที่ท่านบอกไว้แล้วตามไปสนับสนุนทีหลังแต่ยังไม่เคลียร์ตรงไหนถามได้คุณไกซ่ายินดีตอบนะครับหลายส่วนที่คุณไกซ่าพูดนั้นโดยเฉพาะ mindset อยู่ในหนังสือเล่มนี้ใครยังไม่ได้ไปหยิบเสียนะครับมีจำกัด เชิญเลยครับ15 นาทีกลับมาก็ต้องเป็นเวลาเท่าไหร่ 10:40 นะครับ